Oh, what the fuck? Why did it glitch out like that? Hey, welcome back. The Nintendo ninjas are trying to stop me from speaking the truth. Anyway, does anyone know where I left off in terms of what the topic? I want to know how much you guys missed so I can reiterate. Like how much I missed, how much we missed before I went, I noticed the internet went. Oh. Anyone notice? Anyone here for that? Anyone? I don't think I got cut off too badly. I think I only got like 30 seconds of my speech cut off.
We're so fucking back.
We're so fucking back. Welcome back, Nita. Yeah, I think I only cut off like the last 30 seconds of my rant about elevators, and you guys probably only missed like 10 seconds of cutscene. So here we go. She's on the other side of a bridge right now.
You can't mean...
Yeah, she's gonna super slide.
I'm sorry.
Why'd you explode it? Why don't you just retract the bridge or something, girl? Damn. Why do you have the ability to explode it with your command codes?
This was the first lie I ever told you.
I mean, other than the fact that you're not going to hold back anymore and you held back like 6 times, but
the
okay.
only way to stop the World Tree's collapse is to use the last of Ion's power and annihilate the World Tree. I'm sorry. It is the only way.
I mean, why do we have to blow up the World Tree?
Those escape vessels.
I don't even know what an escape pod
as
is.
far away as possible.
Well, Mithra would, or Numa would know.
What? The last of Ion's... Mithra!
Look at Poppy be like, why was so mean to me?
It'll be fine, right? You'll deal with the World Tree, then come back, right?
Swallowed shampoo, probably gonna die, smelled like fruit, that was a lie.
Wait!
You would swallow
Just wait,
shampoo.
I'll come with you!
LOL.
Damn it! There's not enough wire!
What? That wire can take you like 3 clicks under the water. How is that not enough?
Poppy?
It's not okay. Poppy cannot.
So Poppy, you're in your wrong
You
outfit.
can't.
Poppy made promise. Mithra say that Rex for sure ask Poppy. Say not help Rex, no matter what.
What kind of promise is that? Please, I'm begging you. All you gotta do is take me over there.
You're traumatizing her.
The rest of you can just... Rex.
Rex, you shouldn't die
Come
for
on.
the hoe pussy.
Please.
Never
She's right
stick your
there.
dick in bitch. Rex, there are 1,000 better women out there.
Gramps.
And by 1,000, I mean exactly 1,000. The population of the planet is approximately like 2,000.
Why?
Probably like way less now that everyone's been nuked several times.
Do it for
The
her,
population of
Rex.
the planet is honestly probably like 38 now.
Do she ask?
So, Rex, I'm sure one of those 38 people remaining is a woman. And I'm sure one of them would be more than happy to be your girl.
being a baby.
Considering there's only 37 other
girl you
people
love.
to date.
You got to accept her decision.
Rex, I'm sure it's
That's
fine.
what being an adult means.
Shut the fuck up, Zeke.
Rex is no different from the previous villain he just killed. They literally had a moment like this.
Rex,
Is Tor gonna talk at all in the final few
I am so
cutscenes?
thankful that I've
They
made
just
it
could
all
they just not get his voice actor back in? Also, you guys have like minutes to do this shit, right? So why are we wasting time? Someone pick his stupid ass up and carry him to an escape pod. Mithra, did you calculate planned time for waiting for like 5 minutes?
Rex, Rex.
Isn't time of the essence? Nia, why are you in the wrong outfit? again, you should be in the right outfit. This scene would be a billion times more potent if you were in the right outfit. Because didn't the other outfit literally signify that you're no longer afraid? Isn't that your exact words when you put on the outfit? So why are you in your, like, little fucking, oh, I'm a scaredy little baby outfit? Shouldn't you be in the other outfit to make this scene better?
Mithra!
Shouldn't Poppy be in her other form to signify that she's grown up over the course of the journey?
Rex!
Shouldn't anyone have any
Just let it
character
happen,
arcs?
Zara. If we suffer, you suffer too.
Shouldn't there be any amount of care in this game?
The core crystal.
Yeah, he's no longer tied to her life, so it's neat.
You'll be fine. Without me now.
Mithra!
Oh, I hate this game. Yeah. Sylvanara, how you doing? Who brings you? The point of this playthrough is for me to take notes on how awful this game was. Oh boy, do I have notes. Guys, look, she cool vanished. Why didn't she just... She took the effort to cool vanish. Oh no. Also, why do we need to blow this shit up? Oh yeah, Xenoblade 1 has been my favorite game of all time since it released. I love Xenoblade 1 with a passion. With a glorious passion. Xenoblade X is alright. Xenoblade 2, the DLC, Torn of the Golden Country, is actually a pretty decent game. It fixes a lot of the bullshit this game has in terms of gameplay. Thumbs up for Torn of the Golden Country. I've not played 3 because 3 is a sequel to this.
I hope
So
you'll help me.
I might play Torn of the Golden Country again after this, honestly. Because it's just it's a pretty decent game. It's like a solid 6, 7 out of 10. Pretty good. And again, Xenoblade 1's my favorite game of all time. And yes, Xenoblade 1 has its flaws. I speak its flaws frequently when I play it. I understand its flaws. I'm not blind in love with Xenoblade 1. Also, where did he get that fucking sword? Rex? Rex, you haven't had that sword since the first 5 minutes of the game. Where'd you get it back? Why isn't he using fucking rocks weapons like he does in most cutscenes? Where the fuck did you get that, Rex?
Than any time I can remember
Where
before.
did you get it? You just had that? Just in case you need a second sword.
On my melancholy path.
What the
You
fuck,
shall
Rex?
be the way.
You could have like carried more food or something. Why do you have that? I forgot about this. Where did that sword come from? Where did that sword come from? Why isn't he using Brock's weapons like he usually does? Or Nia's sword. Honestly, I don't know why it's not Nia's sword. It should be Nia's sword. If they badly needed him to have a sword in this cutscene, it could have been Nia's sword. Fucking no.
Thank you.
So who built this fucking space elevator? This is the worst space elevator
Thank
ever.
you for that gift of light.
If the power cuts out for 3 minutes, the entire elevator collapses. Brilliant.
So tell me, how was it being alive?
Do you really want to know? Well,
So whatever's strong enough to explode that would probably kill us too from this range. If the goal was to like incinerate the fucking world tree, like at least a good portion of it, we're definitely dead. We're definitely in the blast range. We're dead. that shot was kind of funny. But seriously, why the fuck did the World Tree collapse just because its power source went out? No one had a backup battery? Just in case? Oh, we're dead, dead. We're dead. Well, GG. Everyone dies. The end. Shut the fuck up, Tor. I hate that they added that about fucking you.
Who am I? You sure you want to know? The story of my life is not for the faint of heart. If somebody told you it was a happy little tale, if somebody said I was just your average guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied.
Well, she gave him the power to turn back into an old guy. That's pretty neat.
You know, I think this form does suit me best.
Does this technically...
Gramps!
We're heading down.
Surely...
Grab onto something.
Okay, so the power source... Okay, so... Okay, I'll explain it because you weren't here for it. I understand. So, the only reason turning off the power source would cause the entire thing to collapse would be for some reason if this entire thing was held up by magnets, like electromagnets, or I guess like an anti-gravity generator or something like that, right? That's the only reason. So you don't think that just in case like a power line gets broken, or like, I don't know, a fire is started at some point in the base that causes like a power line to break, you don't think there'd be a backup generator to like keep those electromagnets on for like a little bit, like a day or something? Because if not, like, that's insane. Like, even if they were like, oh, the conduit will be here giving us infinite energy forever, you still have power lines you need to run. Like, you need power lines and shit to transfer the electricity places. So there would be like if our humans were in this exact scenario and we built this elevator, you bet there would be like a week's worth of battery. Or we just wouldn't have used electromagnets, you know? There'd be a week's worth of spare battery in that thing, just in case something goes wrong. Yeah, like, because I don't know why it just falls over. Like, it would have to, like, be held up by something electrical, and you need a backup for that, just in case. Like I don't know, Malus should have just, like, said, like, I planted a bomb. I bombed the world tree when I'm dying. Like, that would have been a little bit better. I mean, like, alright, that makes sense. He bombed it. But no, it's just the conduit vanishing.
Gone.
I can't believe it.
Nia, you're in the wrong outfit, again.
Dead. We were too late.
I mean, yeah, we nuked them for a while.
At the land
I'm surprised
of
they weren't
Mortha.
dead. Damn. Oh, hey, it's the tornado thing.
So there's nothing left of the world but ruins?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I guess we're just, yeah. Oops.
We're crossing that rift.
A what? What the fuck? How is he flying so fast? You fucking pulled a jet ray from Ben 10. I actually forgot that part of the game existed. Like, that he says we're crossing a rift. I actually forgot. I should write that down so I don't forget. Because, you know, I'm taking good and bad notes. Rift. Still know what that means. I forgot he says that. Okay, that's to explain some of it. Wait, where'd the rift come from? I thought the conduit is what makes the portals, and the conduit's gone. And well, I guess he did say one last gift, but did he tell Mithra about the? I guess the last gift was opening a portal to the Xenoblade 1 universe, I guess is what Xenoblade, because I think that's what Xenoblade 3 says, is that they're in the Xenoblade 1 universe now. Because Xenoblade 1 elements exist in 3 to my knowledge, and then he shulks in the DLC that I'm not getting. And I'm not buying, I'm never buying 3, honestly. So I guess that explains it. I forgot about that one line where they said they'd cross a rift at the end. My bad. I guess all those years of minor complaints. Well, one of the complaints was wrong. Why are they doing that though? Like, don't those things have consciousness and personalities? So I guess they just died. Oh, controller. Okay. They just all died. All those Titans are dead. Yeah, because they just teleported to the Xenoblade 1 universe just now.
It's true. I think I see what Klaus meant by restoring the world.
Dang, rip that guy. Did these things have personalities? Why did Klaus just kill them? At least let them live the rest of their days. Goddamn. You just killed these guys. They were people. We've met them. We know they have human intelligence.
So Elysium was...
It's not? Then why the fuck was the teleport thing all about? Why teleport?
You know, Rex, I think you're right.
Why do the teleport thing? Just have them stay in the Xenoblade 2 world. Why did they teleport to a new planet? Wow. It's actually worse that it's not the Xenoblade 1 world, honestly. That's not merging, like, that's actually a little worse.
Where?
Well, that's a 3. But if that's the case, that's a 3 problem. Because if you just had Xenoblade 1, X, 2, and 2.1, right? If you just have these and you don't have 3 yet, like, you know, before 3 came out, the reasonable conclusion would be that they are landing in the Xenoblade 1 universe right now. That would be the reasonable conclusion to come to if you didn't have 3. Especially considering, yeah, whatever. That's credits time, but yeah, that would be the reasonable conclusion. I mean, normally I do final thoughts during the credits, but considering I've already played this game on stream and done my final thoughts, and I've been giving my entire thoughts throughout the entire playthrough, I don't know if I have much to say. Other than, this game's a mess. It definitely needed, like, at least 5 more redrafts of the script. There's a lot of remnants. The script might have been rushed because there's even a dialogue point with Morag that implies that they originally didn't bring Nail back to life in the original version of the script. But then they brought Nail back to life, so her dialogue about her brother being dead doesn't make sense in that one cutscene that we just saw today. So that on its own is like big evidence for this game being like at least story-wise not really like cared for as it should have been. And that or she's stupid. You know, it could be both though. Who knows? Considering I can't tell which one it is, that's really not good. The gameplay, as always, I've mentioned it before, but the gameplay is incoherent. The only fun part of the gameplay can only be done against really, like, strong bosses. Which I guess, if you want to bring it up, there is a custom difficulty in the game. So, you could custom difficulty to give all the enemies a lot more
DLC time,
health.
baby.
Maybe. I don't know if I'll do DLC today, maybe. But, like, yeah, you can custom difficulty to raise the health of all the main enemies so you can actually play the fun part of the combat. But requiring to use custom difficulty is kind of you know? That's actually an insane thing to say, honestly. 1 and X and Torna have, like, leagues better gameplay. Like, Torna is honestly, like, if you want to do this type of gameplay, Torna does it 1,000 times better. Xenoblade X is basically the same exact gameplay as Xenoblade 1, with a few minor changes, like a mechanic called Overdrive, and there being a mech mechanic, which lets you change your abilities mid-round, kind of. But By the way, fun fact, the reason Xenoblade X is called Xenoblade X is because it is a sequel of the gameplay, but not a sequel of the story. So, I bring this up often because Xenoblade 2 should have been called Xenoblade Y, because it is also... It's not even related in any way to Xenoblade, basically. There's one line at the end of the game. That's it. If you cut that line, this game has nothing to do with Xenoblade. It's like honestly, this game should have been called Xenoblade Y, like the letter Y, or maybe
That's
Xenoblade
the first
Alpha.
time I ever heard that phrase. It's a sequel to the gameplay but not the story.
You never heard that? Often it's called a when people say that, it usually means spiritual successor, is what they say. Or a... Yeah, that's a retcon in Xenoblade 2 that Ontos is Elvis. That's not in Xenoblade 1 at all. That's a retcon. It's an addition this game makes. That's it. They just at the end say, oh, Ontos is in another universe, also Shulk exists. Yeah, if you cut those lines, though, it's a completely different game. It's not related in any way. It's a cutscene. And the DLC, that's it. Yeah, but in Xenoblade 1, Zanza wasn't two halves. He was one guy. It's all retcons made by this game that are made in the last, 10 minutes. It's like... You can cut those, and this game has nothing to do with it. It's not even a gameplay sequel. There's nothing in the... There's nothing... it's not related enough. And I hear people say, oh, but what about Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy does this. And I'm like, I don't want my favorite franchises to become Final Fantasy. You know? Because even Final Fantasy fans will agree. There's only 4 Final Fantasies worth playing. 5 if you like the MMOs. Or 5 if you like MMOs at all. Which I don't. I don't want every franchise to be Final Fantasy. Maybe Xenoblade 2 should have just been its own franchise. Start a gacha game series, because that's clearly what they wanted to do here. It does not have to be a sequel. Oh, we're back to cutscenes, guys. Pay attention. Eyes on the screen. We got shit happening. Yeah, but those come way later. Okay, Salamander, have a good sleep. Wow. Oh, so the ending song is good. Sorry, the music's not up out loud. You can barely hear it. I had the music down because the combat music is kind of annoying, but that also affects the ending music. Guys, okay, it's green. And fun fact, one of the only things I know about Xenoblade 3 is that Rex canonically fucks all the girls and has a baby with them. You're welcome, chat. You're welcome. I brought this up 9 times, but I don't care. It's hilarious. It's hilarious that they didn't want to upset any of the fan base, so they just made him fuck all of them. Canonically. Honestly, fuck the fan base. Just having, I don't like any of the female, main characters. But you could, except, Morag, but she barely counts. She's barely in the story. But, and Pandoria, but they're barely around. I'm saying, I meant love interest. That's what I was looking for. Sorry. I don't care for any of the love interests, but clearly it should have just been Pyra. 100% it should have just been Pyra. He has the most connection with Pyra. He cares about Pyra. Mithra's a bitch. You know?
As you explained in the beginning of this playthrough,
Yes.
This game was designed by a completely different team who wanted to take it to a different approach.
Did I say that?
They should have, instead of trying to make a sequel that couldn't and wouldn't match up to the original.
It is made by the same team, though, to my knowledge. I don't think I said different team. I might have said it feels like a different team because it's so disconnected from Xenoblade 1 and X that it definitely feels like a different team, but it is the same team. I think I even checked and it's the same director too, which is crazy to me. Jin is semi-interesting, but only with the benefit of the DLC, which I don't think is a fair thing to say, because, you know, the base game should function as it is. I shouldn't need the DLC, which is the DLC, by the way, is essentially its own game. It's not even really DLC in a way, as you would think of it. So, Jin, I feel like doesn't count because he's only good with the DLC in mind. Malos is, he's loud and he's funny, I guess. Akos is good in the
Then
sense
how
that
did
I
the OG
believe-
team screwed it up?
I don't know how they screwed it up. They should have just made X2. Like, X ends on a sequel. Why didn't they just make X2? Wow, we did it. And let's see, who else? Obrona's my favorite villain, I guess, in Xenoblade 2. She's hilarious and adorable. I love her. Sad that she dies so early in the game. In terms of Xenoblade 2, my favorite character is Vandam. Too bad he dies to Rex being kind of dumb. Honestly, but even my favorite, like, even Jin with the DLC, I still don't think he's better than any of the villains in Xenoblade 1. Like, oh, that's a spoiler. The different character, what's her name? Fuck. Well, okay, I can't, okay, Metal Face is a better villain than every villain in this game. Metal Face is a way better villain. Well, how is that a crazy take? Every villain in this game's like two-dimensional and just screams. That's their whole thing. Like, Metal Face has motivations. He has a story that has a through line. None of the things he does is insane. And there's even consequences for all of his actions. Like, he's so well written. What can I say about any of the characters in this game? Like, Malos wants to kill everyone because he thinks it's his destiny to kill everyone. Cool. Jin wants to kill everyone because he's sad that people die. Oh, and that his girlfriend died. Cool. Mikhail wants to kill everyone because Amalthus was evil when he was a child, that should just make him want to kill Amalthus. Akos, does Akos even have a motivation? I don't know. I think he's just evil because he wants to be evil. I don't even know if Akos has a motivation. And yeah, that's the motivation crew. It's like, yeah. And I know it's a all my takes are hot takes because most Xenoblade fans, actually no, this is actually correct. I was going to correct myself. Most Xenoblade fans, yeah, and that's way more motivation than anyone in this game. So most Xenoblade fans are Xenoblade 2 fans. Why is that? Because Xenoblade 2 was a launch title, and there were only 3 games you could buy on the Switch at the time. So even most people who bought Xenoblade 2 didn't know Xenoblade 1 or X existed, and only bought it because it was a Switch launch title. So that's why there's a huge amount of Xenoblade 2 fans. And thus, because most Xenoblade 2 fans, like I'm talking like 89% of Xenoblade 2 fans, have not played 1 or X, I know that pretty much tells me mostly why people like Xenoblade 2 characters more than Xenoblade 1. Because it's the only one they've played, other than 3 now. Because it's also on the Switch. And look, guys, he gets the girlfriend on the title. I should have let this part play while I was talking. Whoops. So yeah, that's Xenoblade 2. What other closing thoughts did I have? Let me go through my notes. And like the gacha system basically ruins this game. The gacha system determines if you can even have a decent time playing this game. But you understand that Malos' whole being is Amalthus, because Amalthus is the one who awakened him. And blades take the form of their drivers. And essentially, like what? Okay. He was birthed from Amalthus, and because Amalthus was evil, he's evil, and he wants to destroy the world. That's basically what it was. They try at the end being like, it's not your will, you don't have, it wasn't your free will, Amalthus made you do it, but like, okay. We could say the same thing about Numa. Numa has no free will, because Adam gave him her value. Like, that's like, it's dumb. It's like saying you have no free will because your parents taught you a certain way, essentially. It's a little more advanced than that, because it's magic and tech and shit. That's basically what they were saying at the end. It's like, no, Malos, you still wanted to kill everyone on the planet because you wanted to. If we say he has no free will, then I guess he's just a robot. Like the game was saying at the end he didn't have free will. It's like, okay, then I guess he's just an evil robot that wanted to destroy everything. That doesn't make him sympathetic. That doesn't make... It's like, okay, he's a robot. Cool. Neat. Yeah, what I was saying about gacha. Yeah, the gacha system practically ruined... Like, even if the gameplay was, like, decent, the gacha system ruins a lot of it. The gacha system will determine if you have a decent time, or if this game is really hard. I got extremely lucky on this playthrough. I rolled, like, banger after banger in terms of good characters. If you guys saw my previous playthrough, which was like a year and a half ago, or any of the private playthroughs I had before I started streaming, I used to roll like shit. I used to roll the most awful characters, which made the game so much harder. It makes this game such a grind fest if you don't roll the right characters. Like, it literally removed the gacha system. Yeah, the DLC, I won't even say the DLC is easier. The DLC is more fun. The DLC takes all the gacha out of the game, and you have preset characters that you're allowed to use. Hell, I have a DLC account. Or character folder, whatever. Save file. What I'm looking for. I'll show you guys real quick. I've played the DLC on stream before. Let me just continue. Let me just show everyone what the DLC looks like. How they improved the gameplay by a lot. Let's hope I'm not saved past the point of no return. That would suck. Good. Just, let's just go to, like, here. I don't know. I mean DLC for the base game. Oh, yeah, you mean, like, cross-set.
Remind me why we're here again?
Yeah, I do agree. Cross-set's overpowered. I had cross-set in my party. But yeah, look. I have a preset amount of characters. They're all more in detail, more advanced than any of the characters in the base game. Also, yeah, hey, by the way, remember how I said collection points suck in the base game? Like, they fixed that in the DLC.
This is becoming addictive.
Look how fast that was. Look how fast I went to a collection point. Takes like a eon to get them in the base game. Look at that.
This is becoming addictive.
Look how quick that is. Look how insanely fast that is compared to the base game. Wow.
This is becoming becoming addictive.
Wow. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. I don't know why I saved there. I'm probably gonna overwrite that save anyway. Yeah. We might, maybe after we finish like Witcher 3 or something, we'll play the DLC again for fun. Maybe I'll take some notes during the DLC, I guess, to compare and contrast to the base game. We still have a while. What do we wanna do something? Do we wanna like play a game? I don't know what I should play right now. I have like nothing. I knew stream was gonna like end early-ish, but I also did not plan ahead. Oh, I'm probably never playing Xenoblade 3. The devs completely lost my trust with Xenoblade 2. Yeah, the devs completely lost my trust. I have no intention of purchasing another Xenoblade game probably ever. Let's see. I may in the future play Xenoblade 3, but not through first market means. Maybe someday. Let's see. The Splatoon rotation isn't that good right now. Is there anything I can play that's like I can boot up like quickly? It's not like, you know, story. I don't know how some streamers can do it where they just swap from game to game. Like 5 games in one stream. I don't know how people do that. They're crazy. I can maybe do 2 games in one stream. Like I could play Dragon Ball, right? Dragon Ball Fighters. I could play Hades. Hades might work. Like Hades 1, I don't have Hades 2 yet. Yeah, who wants to see if I can even load up a game of Dragon Ball Fighters right now? Let's find out. Let me connect my controller to my PC real quick. Just chat. Let's just boot up Dragon Ball Fighters. You know, watch me get my ass beat in Dragon Ball. I am out of practice. Come on, controller. Connect to the PC. I believe in you. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's swap over to the PC scene.